did it. Hey! Hi, Walter! I did it, Walter! I'm here on time! And I'm on Facebook too at the same Facebook and YouTube at the same time. I'm gonna take this. I'm getting rid of this. Hey, Walter, have you ever heard of Sheriff Gaber? Let me see. I'm going to type it in. Have you? All right, cool. 1 minute. They go. I'm going to get my stuff ready. Oh, man, I just found him today. He's a 25-year-old Egyptian political activist who was arrested for professing atheism, contempt of religion. He's an atheist, but he's really, really, really neat. I want to call him a kid. He's just powerful, man. He really has a strong point of view. Really clever. He plays all the roles, and he does a video, but he does all the roles himself. Very cool. I think he's cool. He loves scientists. You mentioned Carl Sagan. Something about a blue dot. Do you know about Carl Sagan blue dot? He seems slightly obsessed, which I like. Pale blue dot, that's it. Yeah, so he mentioned, when I heard him mention Carl Sagan's pale blue dot, that was the only sciencey thing he mentioned. And when he mentioned it, I could feel his passion for Carl Sagan and that work. The view of Earth from the Voyager probe looking back. Anyway, I think he's a neat kid. It's a book. Did they make it into a movie by any chance? The Pale Blue Dot? Is there any chance it's a movie? Because I don't know. I don't have time to read books. It's cool. So I got to look into that now. One thing leads to another. I listened to someone. There is a movie. Okay. Well, I'm going to start with the movie. Did you read the book? I feel so powerful that I can just talk. Well, I was going to ask you how long it took you to read the book, but it'll take me way too long. So. Okay. All right, let's tap. I'm going to start. I'm just going to tap and breathe. I use 2 oils tonight, Passion and Console. doTERRA, of course. So I'm just going to tap and breathe. Just follow me through. Better. Yawning and burping is all completely normal. And on YouTube, you can see up my nostrils. So I haven't worked this whole thing out yet, but we'll get there. At least I was here on time, so that's the main thing. The first couple minutes of the YouTube live stream looked at the ceiling, but whatever. It's got to start somewhere. And top of the head, and breathing. Breathing in, I know I'm alive. Breathing out, I release what lowers my vibration. Just coming into, right here, coming into the moment as it is. I only needed you to start, so you're the only one, Walter. So just dropping my energy down to the earth, grounding that way. So we don't always have to grow a root from the tailbone. I can just breathe myself as I exhale. I can just push myself down and sort of bury burying myself up to my belly button in Mother Earth. But when I close my eyes, I can go anywhere I want. So I don't have to be, in my own kitchen in Connecticut. I can be, in the red rocks of Arizona, tapping under the eyes now. I can bury myself in the beautiful, pristine, clear ocean water of anywhere in the world. I can pick a place, or I can just make it up. It doesn't matter. Just whatever brings me the most joy and the most peace at this moment. I don't have to pick anywhere. I can just tap and breathe until maybe my spirit wants to show me a place. It can be a totally made up place. You can be in a beautiful, between the nose and upper lip. You can bury yourself in warm water in a beautiful pool, like a mineral salt pool that's up in a mountain somewhere, where you're completely enclosed by mountains. So it's just a different way to ground. That's what we're talking about. Yeah, you found me, Jen. Just letting this moment be as it is. Just coming into this moment, not worrying about the time or the day. And just relaxing the eyes, jaw, and shoulders. And as you relax your eyes, jaw, and shoulders, now tapping between your bottom lip and your chin, I want you to be tapping on your body without owning it as your body. Okay, because our body is not us. My body is not me. It's mine to use. So it's my soul's car. So as I'm tapping, as you're tapping on your upper chest, as you're tapping, hi Patrick, you made it. Hello. As you're tapping on your chest, it's not my chest anymore, okay? It's the chest. Tapping on the chest. Just like you would touch your car or wash the hood of your car. It's not a dissociation thing. It's just becoming more in alignment with the spirit. Because I got that thing you sent me, Jen, and I started watching. I didn't finish watching it, but the guy was saying basically what I say, just a different way. We have this energy moving through, and people are wanting to shift. People are, I hate to use the term waking up, but waking up to the fact that, they have more, like it's all in the mind. And unfortunately, the more people, because the article that Jen sent me, this guy was talking about basically how the mainstream media is like, what did he say? Brainwashing is the word he used. He used the word brainwashing. Some people say lying. He says people are getting trained to be offended. And there's a great book, you know, if you want to read a book. And I read this book, Walter, cover to cover, Plato, not Prozac. And it's all about use your mind, because the act of being offended is a verb. So if you're offended, you're doing something, you're partaking. And so a lot of people in this victim, you know, because victimhood right now is a social currency. So the more you can make yourself into a victim, the more credibility you have, the more it's like, you know, social currency. I love that term. So, anyway, this person in this video that Jen sent me was talking about how people are getting brainwashed. Through the mainstream media was his example, but it's happening in other places. Okay, so like people who, you know, there's a lot of people in their own echo chambers. It doesn't matter. It could be black, white, male, female, calling themselves victims or perpetuating a story, you know, of either victimhood or, you know, we've been treated badly. So like Candace Owens is a black conservative, and then, like I was talking about last week, I didn't really go into it, but Kanye West said, I love the way she thinks, because he's, and what I liked about Candace Owens came and spoke her truth. Like, I don't think of her as part of the fight. She's just speaking what she sees and her opinion, her point of view. And then Kanye West said, I love the way she thinks. Now, I love the way a lot of people think. You know, remember, I'm above the spectrum, and I see people all over the spectrums, all different spectrums, and I love the way so many of them think. And my newest person that I just got onto today is, I don't know if it's Sheriff Gaber or Sharif Gaber. He's a 25-year-old Egyptian political activist, and he was arrested because he was professing atheism and contempt of religion. So his atheism is why he got arrested. But anyway, if you listen to him, he's got a very strong point of view. But I also listen to conservative religious people. Anyway, so what's happening now with this shift is people are understanding that just because I can appreciate someone else's point of view, and just because as Kanye West said, I love the way she thinks, just because I love the way someone thinks doesn't mean that I agree with them 100% or that I think like them. And I had this magnet for a long time, and I loved the saying on it, the expression, and I'll try and find it so I can give the person credit. It said, if two people are thinking alike, then one person isn't thinking. And, you know, it's such a cool, like our experience of physical life. You know, this is my spacesuit. And so I look different than everybody else. I think differently than everybody else. And like everybody, you know, coming to the soul party, looking different and thinking different, and then sharing like their viewpoints is what's so neat. And so I can love the way two people think that are completely against each other. I can love the way both people think. I can appreciate it. I can love the way they think. I can appreciate their point of view. And I can also, like with this kid, Sharif Gaber, he was arrested. So there's this thing, it's like, I don't know how I find what I find, but it's like #free_Sharif_. It's spelled like sheriff with SHERIF and then GABER with underscores between free Sharif Gaber. And he talks super duper fast. Like, it was really hard to keep up with. But anyway, his point of view and the way he presented it, I felt like he's just so clever. And I only watched a little bit of him, so, you know, I don't exactly 100% understand his point of view. Now I'm tapping under my nipples, the anger point, and my armpit. But he loves science, which I love. I love science. But then there's scientists that are like completely at odds too. And so and listen to all them too. And it's like, it's so neat. And there's no reason to like watch, for me, I don't watch television because it's fake and stuff. And I really I'm interested in hearing people's points of view because people are so interesting. And when they talk about what they're passionate about, no matter who it is, and no matter who it is. And in fact, when I was really young, I used to listen to Charles Manson speak. And I was like really into cults from a very young age. Like I wasn't ever in one, but I was just astonished at like, wow, how can this cult leader like suck so many people in? And usually the people who join cults are pretty smart. You know, a lot of the times they're very smart. And the beliefs, the belief systems of some of these cults. I know, I don't know if you remember Marshall Applewhite, the Marshall Applewhite cult. They were out in California and they made a video before they died. They cut all their hair off, and a lot of them neutered themselves, and then they poisoned themselves. The lightest weight. So they used applesauce or pudding, and I think cyanide. Anyway, they all had the same outfits on, and they rented this house, and they all had the same outfits on with the same cape covering them type thing. And then Saturday Night Live did a skit with Will Ferrell was Marshall Applewhite, and they were like, live from the other side of the comet, Marshall Applewhite. And then it was just hysterical if you want to look that up. But basically, Marshall Applewhite had cancer, I think, and he was dying. And he got all these people to buy into this cult belief system that they're going to kill themselves and they're going to meet up with, I think, aliens on the other side of a comet. I can't remember exactly, but everything in it was, you know, a regular person would say, wow, how can anyone fall for that or whatever? Yeah, we're all in the cult. This is the cult of thinking for yourself. This is the cult of finding your like essence, you know, because like I just want you guys to really love yourself so deeply and completely and totally accept yourself so deeply and completely that you're like, you get like what the gift of you in the world is at this time. Like, because, you know, if we all did that, I'm making these because I'm like obsessed with the scale. All right, so here is, you know, the scale of vibration. So as we do this healing stuff, as we meditate, we raise our vibration. As we raise our vibration, we make our lives easier. We disconnect from drama easier, and we don't engage in drama, and we raise towards peace. And then, like, if you're vibrating way up at peace, the 600 level vibration, and then more and more people do it, it's like it tips the scale in that direction. And so the thing you sent me, Jen, where the guy is saying, you know, everybody's getting pushed and like trained to be offended and hurt, and like think about the white man's guilt stuff. Okay, so just because you're a white male, like you're supposed to feel guilty. Donald Sutherland, like Helen Mirren said something to Donald Sutherland on some show that they were on together, made him just crushed him, made him feel ashamed of being a man. Now, here's shame. Okay, that's 20. That's a 20 level vibration. Really not nice behaviors happen at these lower vibrations. So if you allow somebody to brainwash you into being shamed, or you buy into that whole shame thing, you're lowering your own personal vibration and you're lowering the collective vibration. And then through the law of attraction, you're going to bring more crap to be ashamed of. So when you go this way on the scale, you're basically asking for a less enjoyable life. And as you go this way on the scale, you are getting closer to enlightenment. And what's enlightenment is being one with your spirit, your true nature, your divine, like perfect whole love, like, and you're just like, because, so I had a teacher who used to sweep the walk in Sedona, and I used to watch him sweep the walk, and it was such a calming experience, and I never really understood it until I understood about vibration. So when he was sweeping the walk, he was vibrating, higher levels, peace. He was above 600. So while he was sweeping the walk, he was vibrating above 600. And me being present and watching someone who's vibrating at 600 or above calms my vibration. And Thich Nhat Hanh said, Thich Nhat Hanh, if you don't know who he is, if you don't know who he is, then put a message here and I'll put something up about him. But he was a Vietnamese monk, and he said it took one monk to bring the peace. So with one monk setting the tone, vibrating at peace, then everybody else could adjust their vibration. It's kind of like, oh, okay, let's do that. So it's like a choice. And the kid who did the live stream that you sent me, when he said people are getting brainwashed, they're brainwashing people to get offended. That's lowering on, that's going lower on the scale. Now, why you think maybe you think to yourself, why would anyone want to go lower on the scale? Well, because at fear, which is 100 level vibration, at fear, your brain is easy to control and program. When someone's brain is in a fear state, they're easy to program. And if people are easy to program, then it's easy to make them do what you want. And then, so a lot of cult leaders, fear was part of it. Fear, obligation, and guilt, fog. There's a book called Emotional Blackmail, and it's written by a woman. I can't remember her name right now, but Emotional Blackmail, Fear, Obligation, and Guilt. Such a good book. And I only read 19 pages of that one, Walter, but that's all I needed to understand. But so people are getting brainwashed, like that kid said, his point was through the mainstream media, but they're also like, it feels good to the ego to be in an echo chamber, because you feel like you're with people who, we're smart, but the people who aren't in this echo chamber, they're all awful. They're all horrible people. And I took my son to the Roger Waters concert, and so, hundreds of dollars to watch Roger Waters, like #resist, like majorly, and everybody in there, like that, not everybody, because it was like scary for me, but like #resist, and so resistance causes pain, and also it lowers you towards fear. So it lowers your vibration towards fear because you're resisting, and you think, oh, everything's so scary. It's so scary. Okay, so this other guy, Sharif Gaber, so 25 years old, and he's an atheist, but it really doesn't matter what the backdrop is. I mean, he kind of, don't hold me to this, but he kind of blames all religions for, basically he was talking about how I think he was raised Muslim, or because he's an Egyptian, there's a lot of Muslims around him, so he did this video where he's a Muslim trying to get into heaven, and so I guess they recite some line, and every time they recite something about God, I can't remember what it is, but every time they recite it, that's a good deed. It's a good deed. It's a good deed. So, but when you recite something that many times, like hundreds of thousands was what in the skit, and you're reinforcing that, so you can brainwash yourself. So there's so many ways you can watch, as that kid said, the mainstream media, and you can get brainwashed that way. You can be in your own echo chamber that feels good to your ego mind, and then you reinforce whatever's in that echo chamber. And so you're brainwashing yourself because you're choosing that, which is fine. As I always say, if that's the choice you're making, I respect that free will choice. I bless you. I forgive you. I respect your free will choice, and I love you. And if people want to stay in an echo chamber and keep their ego minds comfortable, then I totally understand. And then, so then through like religion, there's repetitive things in religion, and so that's another way of it's like a form of brainwashing. It's like a its own echo chamber. Um, all right, so I hope I made that clear without triggering anybody. And then so this, what else did that guy say? The kid Sharif Gaber, so the 25-year-old Egyptian political activist, he said something at the end of that video I was talking about. He said, "Man suffers only because he takes seriously what the gods made for fun." I thought that was kind of cool. Man suffers only because he takes seriously what the gods made for fun. Okay, so I thought that was cool. And then there's just so many cool people out there right now, like saying cool stuff. And it's basically, I feel like it's the easiest way to understand it is to bring it to the vibrational scale. And like the higher vibrations, they just feel good, enlightenment, peace, joy, and love. This feels good. So at joy, that's where healing happens. So if we heal ourselves and we keep our vibration high, the higher our vibration is, the more we can be around people with low vibration. And you don't want to feel sorry for people because that's a pity vibe and that's negative. You want to just have compassion, which is love plus understanding. Oh, the kid in the video that you sent me, Jen, he said we need to understand why people hate. So he was specifically talking about racists in his video, and then I just want to expand on that concept a tiny bit. There are people being called racist that really aren't racist, and they're just being called that, and then that's like it's a label that's slapped on. And when he said, we need to figure out why are racists racist. Where did that start? Where did that come from? And I said a long time ago in a video about if you live that person's life, you would look through the same lenses and see things the way they see them. And when he said it reminded me of there's this kid that I met, like, I don't know, at least 20 years ago. And he actually, his brother was living with and the boyfriend of a friend of mine. And he actually broke in and stole all these Christmas presents. Like hundreds of dollars of Christmas presents. And blah, blah, blah. He's a bad person. We couldn't believe how bad he was and blah, blah, blah. Well, he hated black people and gay people. And so that was awful. So like so many years ago, I was like, like he's so bad. He's so gross. What is wrong with him? He's such a bad person, blah, blah, blah. Well, it turns out that his mother was sleeping with a cop in town that was married, and he was witness to this, and they didn't have I'm not making excuses for him, I'm just saying, like, this was his experience. He was a young kid, his mother didn't give him any attention, she's sleeping with this married cop, she kind of like didn't care about her 3 kids, and then he was angry and he stole something, and he ended up getting put in like a juvenile hall. And really, he was really kind of just looking for attention from his mother. And I'm not condoning this. It's bad behavior. Yeah, we know. But he was young. And, there's a good chance that if I were him and I grew up in the exact same circumstances, then there's a good chance that I would have stolen the same exact thing. And I would have had the exact same experience as this kid. Okay. He went to this juvenile hall. Well, when he got out of juvenile hall for stealing this little thing, they put the kids that were getting out of juvenile hall with older people that were getting out of prison because they were all being released. And the van made a stop. You're going to want to tap through this. The van made a stop at a gas station, and one of the adult males released from prison raped him behind the gas station. So he had already served his time. He was on his way out. He never saw this coming. He was young, you know, under 18, raped by a black guy. So that's why he hated gay people and black people. So, you know, I can't do anything about what's happened, but I can do with this. So people like that, what's happened has happened, and now we're moving forward, and that's why I do what I do. It's like I'm just healing everybody all at the same time, because I don't need to know everybody's stories. There's a very good chance that if I knew every single person's story and everything they ever went through, including all their past lives, there's a very good chance that I may have done the exact same behaviors that they have done, that I don't, that I can hate their behavior. Remember, I love them, but I allow myself to hate their behavior. So, no problem. And it's an easier life knowing that whatever human being that I see that comes towards me, I love them. I love them automatically. I can hate their behavior. All right, so let's get started. Oh, I love you guys. Now, I want you to just stand or sit or lay in the huge white spotlight of the highest and holiest divine healing energy. And let your spirit bring you to wherever in the whole world makes you feel like amazing. Could be water, mountains, or both. And you can breathe underwater. Remember, you're a spirit, and we're going to heal the body, not your body. My body is not me. It's mine to use. So your body's just a resource. Please open now to receive healing in your highest best interest from me. Open to receive healing in your highest best interest from me. And remember that I burp and yawn. So I want you to feel your, I don't know what to call it, divinity, or your grace, or your spirit. My body is not me, but mine to use. My mind is not me, but mine to use. Okay, so each spirit, each soul, each divine spark of consciousness, that's what we are. When you come to this page, you're getting in alignment with I am a divine spark of consciousness. I have a body to use, and it looks the way it looks. I have a mind to use. So you have this ability to travel around, and you also have this ability to use your mind to do research or brainwash yourself. That's perfectly fine. It's a valid choice to only watch CNN or only watch Fox or only stay in an echo chamber or #resist. If that's what you decide you want to do, you can use your mind to do any or all of those things. It's totally fine. So we're just giving yourself permission to do what feels more joyful, because that's going to raise your vibration. And if you want to, you can set the intention, I now consciously raise my vibration as a divine spark of consciousness that I am. I move towards joy. I come into alignment with my powerful, strong spirit. As you raise your vibration, you're going to move towards peace. That's why Gandhi said, be the change you wish to see in the world. If you wish to see peace, be peace. If you wish to see love, be love. And Mother Teresa, we can do no great things, only small things with great love. Also intention, you could use intention. You only have responsibility for your own divine spark. There's so much beauty and ease and elegance in that. There's so much grace in that. You can't fight your way to peace. You can't control the other divine sparks. You have to respect their free will choice. But if you raise your vibration to peace, love, and joy, you're going to raise their vibration. Naturally, we impact each other because of the connection that we all have as human beings. So you can have more of an impact on someone just by being peace, being love, being light. And I know it's not easy to completely and deeply love and accept yourself and your body and your mind, but those are what you were given. Those are your resources that your spirit chose, and your spirit is smarter than your ego mind. Your ego mind has only been alive as long as your physical body has. So your ego mind is an amazing entity. You need that ego mind on the physical plane. Not to fight with your spirit, but just to challenge your spirit. You need that push-pull. You need high and low pressure differentials to create weather. Things need to move around. The physical plane has this beautiful dualistic nature to it. So I don't have any problem with the spectrums. I don't have any problem with people fighting each other. It's through diversity that we grow. I feel like Twitter is an amazing place to ask people why they feel some way that they do. And the higher I raise my vibration, now at this point, people don't fight with me. They just answer my question. And it is so cool. It's such a vibration of love. When I can ask someone how they arrive at a certain point of view. And since I wasn't holding an opinion, I just held a serious, honest question. I wasn't challenging their opinion with my own opinion. I was honestly, genuinely, for the most part, there was a little bit of a challenge in one of the things, but I still came to the table with an honest question, which was answered. And then I expanded in the knowledge of that other divine spark of consciousness, their perception, their experience. It's so cool. Okay, good. Just relax your eyes, jaw, and shoulders, and I want you to listen to the rattle and let go. Have the rattle dissolve everything that lowers your vibration. You don't have to try. There is no try. You just allow the rattle to dissolve anything that lowers your vibration. So we only have to work on our own personal vibration. It's so easy. We're going to raise our own personal vibration, and that helps us heal physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. It helps us increase our ease and our joy in our own life. And then it impacts the collective vibration. All right. Use the rattle to dissolve anything. Just keep breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth, and as you breathe out through your mouth, just allow everything that lowers your vibration to just dissolve into, if you're imagining yourself in water, or if you're imagining yourself grounded and buried up to your belly button in the earth. All right. Don't strain your eyes. Relax your eyes, your jaw, and your shoulders. Relax your eyes. If you're seeing blue or any colors that you're seeing, just focus on that color. That color is helping heal you. Just look at whatever's happening in your mind, your third eye, screen, whatever. Just look at it and understand it's just clearing and healing you right now. Good. And now as you inhale, breathe in. As you breathe in, expand your heart. Okay, your ego kind of keeps your heart a little closed off to protect you. But at this moment, please, when you inhale, expand your heart and let everything go. There's a book called Boundaries. It talks about how people create boundaries and they hold the bad in and they don't let the good in. So this moment, use this time to open your heart and expand and let go of that boundary, allowing all the bad, any bad out, and allowing all good in to totally clear and heal your heart right now. Relax your shoulders. Big belly breathing, big belly. Let your head move. Let your body make any movements, because to let stagnant energy go, your body may turn to the left or to the right or any kind of thing. Just to let your body move. This is not sitting still type stuff. Now I just want you to focus in your mind on the word yes, yes, yes. Say it at the right pace for you. Say it in a way that brings you forward into a smoother vibration. It raises you up maybe, or just moves you forward with a smoother vibration. And find your cadence of the word yes. And just feel that you're moving into a loving, warm energy where you're completely protected. Remember, you're in a huge, divine, white, healing light column of the highest and holiest source, creator, energy, or God, or whatever you want to call it. You're completely protected, and you're just healing yourself on every level, down to the smallest quark of what you are, on every level. and breathing naturally. Follow your mind. Your mind is in alignment now with healing because the intention is set. Allow your spirit to direct your mind. And you can say in your head, if you like, if this feels right, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. You only take responsibility for yourself. It's not selfish. It's the only thing that you can have an effect over. You have to take care of yourself. Heal yourself completely. And then you have a positive effect on everyone around. I deeply and completely love and accept you. Just take that in. I deeply and completely love and accept you. Focus on your center line. If you can find a white column of light, maybe it's iridescent, but it's moving. Breathe yourself into the center of your being, where that light is the whitest or the most iridescent. So you may see color, you may just see white, and you may see gold. Some people see it as gold, but as you breathe into the center of your own existence, your own divinity. Just breathe yourself into there. And as you breathe out from there, you're just allowing any energy cords, any negative vibrational, lower vibrational stuff, you exhale it and push it out of your energy field. And you breathe yourself more deeply into the center of yourself. That's your divine spirit. Relax your eyes, jaw, and shoulders, and there may be a mantra that you find that works the best and makes it as easy as possible for you to breathe yourself into that center of yourself. Your ego may get scared because it feels like it's disappearing, but you're just going to hold it like a little pet. If you have a fear voice, you're just going to know that's your ego, and you're just going to hold it in your arms. You can turn it into a little pet, something that's cute and cuddly that you love. You could just love it. The ego is not an enemy. The ego got you to where you are. I love you, my ego. Thank you. But my spirit is in charge now. The ego comes from fear, and the spirit comes from love. And the dualistic nature of the physical plane, there's so much grace. There's so much ease. This world is set up for your divine spark of consciousness to enjoy this physical life. It's made easy by the dualistic nature of physical life. As a human being, you can only come from love or from fear. And fear has many forms. Hate is not real, it's just fear. Anxiety is clearly fear, but hate is also fear. We hate in others what we deny in ourselves. And as we look at, what do I hate in others? What do I hate in others? It must be in me. We hate in others what we deny in ourselves. It's that simple. Other people are mirrors. It's all a game. This is all just a game that our beautiful, powerful, divine spirits decided to come and play in this physical plane. Our spirit decided to incarnate into a physical body, a spacesuit, in whatever color, whatever gender, whatever sexual orientation, whatever, what have you, whatever religion maybe, whatever part of the world. Our spirit chose the Monopoly piece that it wanted to use when it came in this time as you. You only have one lifetime as you, and your spirit chose the Monopoly piece. Your ego comes up with ego defenses, sometimes manipulating reality, telling stories, making you take everything so seriously. Just like Sharif said, man suffers only because he takes seriously what the gods made for fun. This is a game. This life is a game. There's all these choices. When you raise your vibration to peace and love, you see many, many, many choices. When you lower your vibration towards fear, you see fight, flight, freeze. Relax your eyes, jaw, and shoulders. I love you, and I completely love and accept you. Please take that in right now. Just feel that white light just healing everything. Healing you physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Take in this love. I'm just part of the game. I'm just playing the game my own way. I respect your free will choices. That's how you're playing the game. It's just a game. I deeply and completely love and accept you. I may not like your behavior, but I respect you. You're just a player in the same game. We're all divine sparks of consciousness with different spacesuits, different Monopoly pieces that we're moving around, making choices. It's easy. When you raise your vibration, it's easier. You can make it easier for yourself, or you can choose to make it harder for yourself. That's fine too. Relax your shoulders. Now go into your heart and you can make some choices. Oh. In your heart, what do you choose for your game? I choose ease. I put that in my heart. I choose ease. My spirit is directing my life this time as Carla. I choose ease. I choose love. Relax your belly, big belly breathing. Whatever you want to choose. You can choose abundance. You can choose perfect health. I choose these things. Whatever it is, choose with your heart right now. What do you choose? Relax your shoulders. If you have one shoulder that's up and the other one's down, if whatever shoulder is up, if it's your left shoulder, there's a worthiness issue. You don't know if you deserve what you're asking for. Whatever it is that you're choosing, if your left shoulder is up or your head is turning to the left, there is a worthiness or a deserve issue here for you in whatever you're choosing. Just know that. Exhale it out. Let it go. It's a choice to hold it or not. Now, if it's your right shoulder or if your head's turning to the right, that is a strong enough. I don't know if I am strong enough. I'm not sure that I'm strong enough to do this or have that, whatever it is that you're asking for. Remember, this is just a choice. You are a divine spark of consciousness playing in this game. Your ego mind may fight the way you look. It may say, this spacesuit is not what I wanted. I wish I was a different gender. I wish I had different color skin. I wish I had this. I wish I had that. Instead of what my spirit chose. But trust me, in this game, your spirit is the one that set up the game for you to play and have fun. It's an adventure. It's like a blind roller coaster. It's all meant to be fun. Man suffers. People suffer. Humanity suffers because they take seriously what God or what your spirit, what your highest and holiest source creator energy, which is one with your divine nature. You are that. People are in search of that. But the reason that they're even aware of some kind of high or holy source is because they are that. Some people spend their life trying to find that, and it was within them all the time. When you play the game from here, when you play the game from your highest and holiest source, you're in alignment with that energy. When you stay always protected in the big white divine spotlight of the highest and holiest energy, allowing it to activate the center of your being, and then you make your choices in the game from the center of that being. You bring ease to yourself, you bring abundance to yourself, you raise your vibration. Enlightenment, 700. Enlightened Master, 1000. At that energy level vibration, you are one with the source creator energy. And at that time, you just are. There's no trying. You're completely present. If you could reach that 1000, you would be completely present. You would be one with everything as it's happening. But you have the choice. You can choose your vibration. Some people like going to scary movies. They like to vibrate at 100. There's no judgment. I may not understand it, but if I lived their life, if I had their parents, if I had their exact same upbringing, I might like, there's a good chance that I would like to go to scary movies too. Do you feel the light? I hope you see light. Relax your eyes, jaw, and shoulders, and inhaling. As you exhale, push your belly down. Push your belly down. Good. I deeply and completely love and accept myself. In your head or out loud, relax your shoulders. Deeply and completely love and accept myself. When you're in this state of grace, feel there's no gender. There's no skin color. Feel this alignment. This is available all the time. This is always here. What you're feeling right now is always present, but it's very silent. There are so many distractions on the physical plane. It's like everything's like commercials all the time. Everywhere you look, people distracting you. Television, all kinds of screens, so many distractions. But this peacefulness is always inside. It's always there. Relax your shoulders. I deeply and completely love and accept myself. You may start to feel yourself rising up. You're raising your vibration. The more you raise your vibration through these healing meditations, the higher your resting vibration stays. You'll still go down on the scale into guilt and shame maybe, but you won't stay there as long, and you might not ever go all the way down. So there's no backsliding. Your human existence allows you to enjoy this game. And so you're going to enjoy your emotions of anger more than when you're water skiing behind the boat. You drive the boat. You say, okay, I'm angry. Big belly. Anger is your spirit telling you you need a thicker boundary between you and the person you're angry at, or the situation that you're angry at, you're angry with. It's just your spirit telling you that you need a thicker boundary, that's all. You feel your emotions to release them. They're just messages. You feel your anger to release it. You create a thicker boundary so that you don't wallow in a feeling of betrayal and end up blaming. As you raise your vibration, you feel your emotions, you put your spirit in charge, you make the correction. It's just a mini little course correction. Feel it, release it, make the course correction, and then you raise your vibration back up. You bring the ease and the joy back in, bring the peace back. I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And now I want you to definitely feel yourself rising. Just rise. You're in the big white spotlight, but you're rising as high as you can. And you can look down and you can see all the humans. They're not all fighting. Some are fighting. That's okay. All the people all over the earth. Some with bad behavior, some with good behavior. So I have the earth between my palms, and I'm just pouring light, love, divine healing energy into all corners of the earth. I am my most powerful divine self, one with the highest and holiest source creator energy. Using that connection, using this ability, using what I know is true because my mind is powerful and I can create this, to just pour light and love. Almost like it's water just washing out every single corner of the entire earth. Praying for, not asking, but praying for, and knowing that I'm getting what I'm praying for, because I'm basically demanding that the universal divine healing energy, I'm demanding that I use this energy for the health, safety, and happiness of every single child in the entire world, on the earth, and for all the water. I'm healing all the children, all the water, health, safety, and happiness. And now I remove any block to the word child, meaning anything that does not include grown-ups. So now start with child, but then I shift myself so that every single human being, even a 120-year-old person, is still a child to me. I demand the health, safety, and happiness. In the demand, I powerfully create the health, safety, and happiness of every single human being and water source, and now the earth, and the atmosphere. I follow the guidance. Health, safety, and happiness for all humans, earth, water, atmosphere, health, safety, happiness. With this light, this pure, healing light, divine love, I'm creating health, safety, and happiness for all beings and everywhere on the earth. You can follow me through on that if you like. Relax your eyes, jaw, and shoulders. Don't try. You'll be able to channel the energy based on where your vibration is. The higher your vibration, the more you can channel. The more you trust your channel, the more you channel. Because you don't get in your own way, you don't question. Now, the higher my vibration, the more I'm able to see from a higher perspective and also allow whatever's happening to happen without my ego needing to change it for me, manipulate reality. I'm able to see the truth. My vibration, as it rises, it makes me strong enough to see pure truth. As my vibration raises and heals me physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, I am able to see the truth. Then I'm able to know how I'm going to use the energy and the power of the universe to shift the entire paradigm of the entire world. And so it is. I deeply and completely love and accept every single thing on the earth. Now, I am powerful enough to accept the truth in all things. If I can see something happening and my ego doesn't need to manipulate reality to keep me safe, sane, and secure, then I can bring the light, I can be love, I can be light, I can consciously create a shift in the paradigm because I am strong enough to see what is actually happening. the more I can allow other people, other human beings, to share their points of view with me, to share their truths with me, to share their experience with me, what they see, how they feel, why they feel the way they feel, the more open I can truly be and allow people to tell me why they feel as they feel. The more understanding I bring. There are so many things to see and know. It's nearly impossible to see it all. But with a higher perspective and further detachment from bad behavior, drama, negative things happening, suffering, I can affect more positive change with a higher vibration. I deeply and completely love and accept all things. I heal everyone, every single thing on the planet, because anything with a lower vibration is going to bring further lower vibrational things to it through the law of attraction. Someone with very bad behavior is going to create more bad behavior. If I accept that being's behavior and I raise the vibration of that behavior towards peace, I shift the entire paradigm. I can create the world that I want to see just by including every single being. Everything. Everything is connected. The expression, we all rise together, feels good because it's true. I deeply and completely love and accept all things. I leave no one and nothing out of this healing. I am love. I am light. I bring that light to every single nook and cranny on the planet, and so it is. I just make myself strong enough to see. I just make myself strong enough to love everyone and everything, to bless everyone and everything, to respect the free will choices of everyone and everything, to forgive everyone and everything, including myself. In doing this, I am the love, I am the light, I am the change that I wish to see in the world. I do not leave anyone out, ever. Everyone is blessed by me, forgiven by me, respected by me, loved by me. This shift in me brings me ease. It makes this time around, it makes this game more fun for me. I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Deeply and completely love and accept myself. I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Exhaling whatever lowers your vibration. Inhaling light. Inhaling whatever raises your vibration. Inhale peace. Inhale joy. Inhale love. You make yourself strong enough to see, and then you're strong enough to take in information. Very, very good. I love you guys. I love you guys. I love you, love you, love you. You're all amazing. And I'm grateful for every single person out there that is sharing the world with me at this time. Oh, thanks for little hands.